Hey, I hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to the Victims and Villains YouTube channel. My name is Josh, and today we're going to be talking about the documentary We Kill for Love. This documentary explores the rise, the fall, the inevitable, mysterious disappearance around the genre of erotic thrillers. Now, before I go into this, keep in mind that if you guys are a frequent viewer on this channel, typically our videos are a little bit long. This video, because this is a documentary, this will be a shorter video, and also at the same time, there's not really a mental health aspect to really dive into. But if you or someone you know is struggling, there are links in the descriptions below to check out our mental health resource library. I think when you're talking specifically or you hear the words erotic thriller, chances are you are probably going to one of two movies, the first being Fatal Attraction and Basic Instinct. But what I really appreciate about this movie is I appreciate that this documentary really explored like an in-depth look of the genre, proving that there are a multitude of titles, not just these two landmark moments for the genre. I would equate We Kill for Love in the same realm of documentaries like Leviathan, The Making of Hellraiser 1 and 2, Camp Crystal Lake Memories, Never Sleep Again, Living with Chucky. These really intense, long documentaries that are exploring a really particular topic. This one, in terms of runtime, is not for the faint of heart. This movie clocks in at 163 minutes, which is 2 hours and 43 minutes. If you've seen any of the titles that I previously referenced, then you know that this is on the longer side because those documentaries range anywhere between 3 hours to upwards of 4 to 5 hours. I think in some ways, movies that are made with this amount of runtime and this amount of information, they're made for a very particular and somewhat niche audience. Camp Crystal Lake Memories is a great example, as is Never Sleep Again. Obviously, these are made for people that are fans of the Freddy and Jason, the Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th franchises. And similarly, I feel like with this movie, you have to be a fan of, or at least have some interest in the erotic thriller genre. I will say the erotic thriller genre is not my favorite film. At one point in here, they actually kind of compared modern day erotic thrillers to that of Lifetime films. I recently said on an episode of That's High Praise that I grew up watching Lifetime films. Actually, that episode is not out yet. It comes out next Saturday, September 9th at 6 p.m. So wherever you guys get your podcast from, hit the subscribe button on That's High Praise and check out Inconceivable. That with that little side trip aside, so I have a somewhat of a relationship with this genre, but what I came out of this movie with was a very just a better understanding of this genre, better understanding of its rise and its fall. I think this information is delivered in a very informative and engaging way. Like never once did I ever find myself feeling like the pacing of this movie was too slow or like they spent too much time on one thing, because they kind of spent an even amount of time kind of just as a distribution of every subject that this movie encompasses. They talk about the aforementioned Basic Instinct, Fatal Attraction, but what they also end up spending time kind of covering is the big stars of the era, the big directors, how video sales impacted what this genre did for independent film, but also how there were many factors that ultimately led to the downfall of this genre, which is really sad. Honestly, because this type of filmmaking feels like an overall lost art. You only know about these types of movies if you grew up in this era. Video stores played a big part in this, and so if you spent Friday nights at Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, Ma and Pa, rental stores, the chances are you probably have seen and heard some of these titles that this film covers. Let's go ahead and run this through our Rorschach rating scale. I'm going to go ahead and give We Kill for Love a 4 out of 5. I think this is a really strong documentary. I loved just exploring this genre that I thought I had expectations for, and really kind of dives into, like I said, a lot of the tropes, a lot of the stars, a lot of the landmark films, and kind of how certain actors got involved in this. I think this is a quintessential viewing for anyone that is a cinephile or anyone that is a fan of this subgenre. But I think because of its length and its subject matter, that this is going to be a really niche film for most general audiences. So comment below and let me know, what is your favorite erotic thriller? You guys can check out We Kill for Love when it hits VOD this Friday, September 1st. Make sure that you guys hit subscribe, because also coming September 1st is our coverage of Genre Blast. So if you guys would like to, if you like independent films, want to find out more about independent films, see interviews with independent filmmakers, this is the channel to do it. Plus, we also have mental health conversations. So until next time, remember, stay classy. Have a good night.